you group it, right? Now grouping isn't embedded clash, but embedded clash is when you answer what they say without directly saying that you answer it. It's embedded within your answer that you answer that. So let's say in 1AR, I only made 4 points against their 13 points, but those 4 points indicatively answer all 13 of those points. It's embedded within each one of those answers that I answered all of those 13 without specifically saying, they say 1, I say this, they say 2, I say this, they say 3, I say this. Why might this be an important skill for the 1AR to have? Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to waste time. You want to score. You want to win. You don't want to, limp over the finish line. You don't want to sprain your ankle, in the third quarter. So it's essentially answering things without answering them in a line-by-line format, but still answering them.
How do you say? You say a group then?
You say group them, 1, this, 2, that, 3, that. So it's not line by line, but it does answer the things in the line by line. Did I lose anyone there? Yeah. The definition would be answering arguments by not directly saying that you are answering them.
What they mean is the opponent.
See, the thing is that then a lot of 2 and R's will get up and say, like, they didn't answer my number 7 point. And you're like, yes, I didn't directly answer your number 7, but I still said something when I grouped that part of the debate that answered your number 7. And since you just said that I didn't answer it, I win because I did answer it and you actually didn't answer what I said.
Wow. Do we need to repeat what we answered again? No, we don't recite again. No.
You should recite it. Like in the 1A, you read the 1AC, in the 2AC you don't repeat the tags when you extend the case.
Normally when, I remember when we have 1AC we have argument and 2NC attack, right? And 2AC they brought out again, right? Can we and 2NC says, I already said that in my 1NC.
Sure, I would say that there isn't a very high threshold for you to beat the horse over and over and over and over and over and over again, saying the same thing, but you should at least repeat it a little bit. Right? Never mind. Alright. Flowing across the sheet of paper, we did that. Alright, shadow flowing. Shadow flowing. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. It's probably the most advanced 1AR skill possible. You should work on this, but you should probably not do it right away. This is more of like a very advanced high school or college level concept. Yes? No. It's not flowing in like whiteout. Alright. When I got okay in high school and when I was pretty good in college, I was a 1A. I did not flow the negative law. Who just said what? Yeah? Why do you say what? Alright, I agree.
You just dropped that.
No, I didn't just drop everything.
Memorize.
Kind of.
Oh, you read it. You wrote it on your arm.
flow the negative block. Shadow flowing is when you hear what they say, if you can comprehend it fast enough, don't write it down, start writing your answer. So you don't waste the time, you know, if they say conditionality, don't start like writing out your condition, don't start writing what they're saying, you know. They say fairness, I say it's unfair, start writing why it's unfair. Like in a couple weeks, you'll probably know a lot of reasons why conditionality is fair. You don't need to keep writing them down, just start answering them. Why do you do this? Save time. I don't want to take a lot of prep for the 1AR normally. Why don't I want to do this? I want as much prep time as possible for my 2AR, because I don't know what the 2NR is going to do. So I want to give my 2A lots of time to think out what they're going to do. Shadow flowing. Right? Does anyone have any questions on that? Let me see if I missed anything, and then I'll drop box it. The 1AR keeps the 2AR alive. Does that make sense? Like, your 1AR is to make sure that there's a possibility the 2AR could win the debate. A lot of the times this means is you don't sort of condense down and tell a story, right? You're not like, here's like our overarching reason why this is true, and this is how it interacts with all these different things, and we win, and all this sort of stuff. The 1AR is very much like a technical, like, rapid fire speech. Not like rapid fire as in like, you know, boom, 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 boom. Rapid fire is in like very efficient and very technical, very specific. So like, you know, I don't know. The block one is this. The 1AR says da, 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 da. Next, right? You're not going to be, things that you should get out of your vocabulary would be like, the point at which we're always going to be able to win this debate is the point at which you're always going to be able to vote for the affirmative in this specific debate because of this like, I just wasted 15 seconds of my life in the debate saying at the point of which I'm going to win because I'm going to win if I win because I'm going to win. Right? Does that make sense? So it's all about efficiency. A couple things you can do for this. Who sees what Miss Chen has right now? What? What's that? Camera.
Video.
Every debater of mine that's good videotapes themselves a couple times a month debating. One of the things you can do for 1AR, George, takes a lot of time. All right? Takes a lot of time. So, you know, warn you, is they transcribe the entire 1AR. They'll videotape the 1AR, write out what they said word for word, and then they'll edit their 1AR to take out all of the filler, make it more efficient, take out all the stuff that didn't matter, and you'll find out that your 5-minute 1AR was like 87 seconds. And you'll be like, oh my goodness, what, like, can you imagine if I had 4 more minutes, you know? You know? You could have gone for like 4 more minutes of conditionality bad. Like, that would be awesome. Any questions? As I'm sort of done ranting for a little bit. All right. One AR? we'll come back to you. Does anyone else want to venture into a debate? She's like, look at me, Joel. George, let me see your 2AC. Or are you the 2A? You see? Great. I forgot one thing for the 1AR. Does the 2AC read blocks? Does the 1AR? No?
Yes.
Who has seen the case files that or any of the 2AC files that I gave you? Oh no. So here, let's go into my Dropbox. Let's go to counterclaim box. Look at this. The executive order counterplan 2AC. How many 1AR blocks do I have?
6.
I have like a 1AR argument for every argument that was made in the 2AC. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? I have more evidence to back everything up if I need it. These are 1AR arguments. No? Does anyone have any questions?
Is this the way how you read your computer? It's not the hard copy?
Oh, for paperless?
Yeah.
Yeah, they use a document map, and you'll see. I don't know the hotkey in this, but you can like highlight it, and then you can send it to the speech document. So like, let's say, oh, time's up. Let's say I'm giving it 1NC. I can take this block right here, and I can send it to the speech document. And then when I see the speech document, it's going to be there. That's pretty cool, right?
Very efficient.
But one of my friends has written this program to be able to do all this. And then I don't have it set up, but you can have virtual tubs and virtual expandos. So like, let's say I convert all of my theory things into an expando. Oh. I don't have it set up yet. And it's going to crash my computer now. Alright, you see the point though. I don't debate anymore.
So that's a software that you guys develop?
It is. It's actually called the Hoya template, but it's really hard to do.
You know how to do it.
One of my debaters actually did it for me.
So you also do this template for your 1AR and 2AR.
We do because it's paperless, but you can see.
This is what we were thinking because, for us, flying from Taiwan to there, holding the bunch of paper documents and stuff.
Oh, I know my bag was overweight.
It's not.
So we were thinking, how can that work for our country?
It definitely could work. I don't do it with my middle schoolers because it takes too much practice. It's very complicated.
You mean the paper or
The paperless. I think the middle schoolers understand the paper better. But you can see, like, there were times when I wasn't paperless. Like, this was probably the best team that I've ever coached, and this was like their stuff.
so all this are paper?
This is all paper. So this was, and I'll warn you that this is probably going to scare you. For their first tournament of the year, this was their affirmative file. All right? Look at the table of contents.
They print all this out. They
Yeah.
print all this out.
My best debater and I spent about a month doing this file. But you can see that he still has one of our blocks in here, doesn't he?
Right.
Even though they were definitely not paperless. And you can see if I go to the print layout, that it's a 320 page file.
You know, I don't see you highlight the documents, like the whole evidence,
That it's not highlighted.
No, yeah.
See, I like to highlight it on the computer because it means that one person on my team has to highlight it, and then it's highlighted for everybody. In the old days when I debated, you actually had to take a highlighter and highlight it. And even if you print it out with the highlighting, you can print it out not in color and make it put it in a less vibrant yellow, and it'll come out with a shade that's like very light gray that's still
So
highlighted.
you don't highlight it on the computer.
I do because my teams are paperless. People used to not to.
But
I think you should because then it means if you get into a jam, it's highlighted. I used to be of the persuasion that you shouldn't highlight it because that made each individual person highlight the evidence, which means they understood it. But I probably have 25 debaters that each of them are cutting up to 100 pages of evidence a person a week. So it's just too unreasonable for them to go
highlight
through.
everything.
Yeah,
So they share.
yes.
How about the impact? Normally, when we read the evidence, you need to tell them the impact. Right?
Sure.
So where did you do you build up the impact inside
Yes.
there?
You actually, in the TDA Dropbox, if you go there, you have, I haven't compiled a file that's this impact is bad, but if you go to impacts, you have an impact defense file. And this is written by my team again. And if you go through this side part right here, it has answers to every impact my team has ever heard in debate with evidence.
Impact by evidence.
So,
Supported by the evidence.
Global warming is bad. Global warming is good.
So you don't write your own impact?
You write the tag. I think that,
You only write the tag, you don't write your own impact?
well, I think that after you read the evidence, that you sort of write your own comparison between the evidence. And that's extremely, extremely, extremely important in American debate. The comparison between the two evidences.
Evidence, what's the
Yes.
evidence?
Like the affirmative and negatives impacts, you have to compare them and contrast them. And that's where you get like your, what I think is like an evidence statement. And I'll get
Close the
into
door,
that
Jenny.
when we give the, I'm gonna have another debate and then we're gonna have another sort of how to give rebuttals before lunch. Yes.
I have a question that's not related to this.
Can you speak up?
I have a question that is not related to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like if you have a conditional, like you're gonna attack about conditional, like counterplan and stuff, can you like permute also?
Can the affirmative permute if it's conditional?
Like if you're gonna attack on conditional and permute at the same time.
Oh,
you do that?
yeah.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, here's a question. Are permutations conditional? In the 2AR, do you have to go for a permutation if you make one?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Not real.
You can choose. If your permutation isn't strategic, you don't have to go for it. A permutation is just a test of competition. It doesn't actually, it's not advocating. It doesn't actually change the affirmative. It's just whether or not the counterplan competes with the affirmative or not. And that's what Mr. Washer talked about a lot yesterday. Yeah,
So when you permute, you don't attack them, just permute it and then
just permute it, yeah.
so you don't have to do anything else after you permute.
Permutation, do the counterplan and the plan. Permutation, do the plan and then the counterplan. Permutation, do the counterplan and then the plan. Permutation, do the plan and do the counterplan after it. Permutation, do you get the point? Permutations is a test of competition. That's why I said in the 2AC that she needed to make a permutation, because if I say permutation, do the plan and the counterplan, the negative has to spend a lot more time answering that than the affirmative does saying a permutation. So it's strategic to make a permutation or two. I think you probably shouldn't make like 18 unless it's an abusive counterplan. If it's like a consultation counterplan, I would probably make 7. Just because I don't think that counterplan is very legitimate. Alright? How many people's 2AC includes conditionality? Alright, everyone's hand should be raised.
I have a
We're going to do a couple more debates, and then after lunch, we're going to do some mini debates on conditionality. And here's the thing. We'll go over conditionality again after lunch, but you're not going to be allowed to have any of my blocks. You're going to have to say your opinion. Say it off the top of your head. I'll give you like a couple minutes to write out why you think it's bad, and then we'll debate about it. Now, I'm going to use my blocks because I wrote them, but... Alright? Alright, I'll give you a couple more minutes to work before our next debate.